My family came over from Thailand, the refugee camps, in the late 80s, and I was born in Fresno, California. I was the first one born in my family in America. I grew up sort of roaming the farmlands and fields because my parents worked under the table to sort of pick vegetables and fruits, and I would tag along. We moved to Minnesota when I was sixth grade because of the opportunities and also the large Hmong community here. No matter where I've been, I always tell people that Minnesota is my home and that the Boundary Waters is my favorite place in the world. I went through Camp Minojan up north when I was a teenager, and when you are a teenager and you are a girl and you are straddling between two worlds of being Hmong and being an American, there was something about being up in Minojan and going to the Boundary Waters where your ability is not based, again, on your race or identity. It is based on just purely your ability to do it. And I think that's really powerful, particularly for folks of color who will always be judged by who we are. And so I gained so much confidence up in Minojan. And that experience was so transformative. Being in the outdoors, being with nature, then informed my next actions that I did. I paddled the entire Mississippi River with friends. And so we paddled from Itasca to New Orleans. And that really opened my eyes to sort of environmental justice, and particularly because the Mississippi River runs through the Twin Cities and parts of Ramsey County. And so when you come from an upstream place and you go downstream, you sort of see the impact of they don't have the same access as you do. People are afraid to be in the water once you hit the lower Mississippi River, while up here people are swimming and fishing in it and boating in it. And so this understanding of where we live in our ecosystem and the importance of how to steward it really drove the way I view the world. The Hmong community, like many, I would say, refugee or immigrant communities, is that you start out with really trying to understand what is your place here, and then at some point you sort of transition into this more democracy space of how do you change systems. And I think that's exactly what's happening in Ramsey County right now. I think you see a lot more Hmong folks who are running for political office, right? And being at the helm of organizations or leading grassroots movements purely because they care about it. I really love that Hmong women are always supporting each other in a way that, because you have such a deep understanding of what that shared collective struggle is, but also of the shared collective joy that comes with it, right? This is a really common advice these days, but I think you should be unapologetic in who you are, in any space that you occupy, even if it's spaces that you find you're being minimized. If I had a suitcase, but probably it would be a hiking backpack because that would reflect more who I am, I would probably always have water, in some shape or form, in a container or whatever, but water from places that I have come to care and love, just because all this water flows into each other. And so there's something really beautiful about how I'm connected again to this larger picture of life.